Let's take our cruiser here, which looks like a rock with modules slapped on it. It's like this is the Hindenburg, the Hindenburg of space. That's right, it's me, Scryptar. How you doing, folks? I'm, well, look at this, guys. This is our save game. Yes, I do want to load this game. What happened? Well, last night we had an update, which means this game is not longer valid, so we can't continue wrecking faces. Which is, well, you know, I was really looking forward to that, and I'm pretty sure all of you folks were looking forward to actually getting to the Mershan and going right through them, you know? I guess we have to start a new game then. So why? Yeah, update, right? Update. Updates are good. It's early access. It, you know, might happen once in a while that they actually have an update. And this was the update I have actually been waiting for. Look, this is obviously not our game. I sat down yesterday after the update and played, I think, 90 minutes. We're turn 133. This is us. Yeah, there's quite some new stuff. Let me show you guys, right? So, let's start up here. Empire screen. Look at this. We have pollution in the list. This is awesome. I mean, they still didn't fix their weird sorting bug. This looks all nice, right? Let's do this here. So, 17 is less than 3. Well, those guys of you that do know a little bit around programming, yes, it actually is, because this 3 is more than that 1. It's the first digit to compare. So, this is the wrong sorting mechanism. It's not numerically, it's more like alphabetically. And that gives you weird stuff like plus 14 is not as much as plus 8. That's definitely one thing they need to fix, and they haven't done so in this update, but hey, we got pollution in here. It's great, it's really good. Research. Oh yes, stuff has changed. We have new groupings here, you see that? So, if we research electronics now, we get this, and then one of these. You know, this is an ore, and this is an you get it anyway. And as you can see, laser cannon modification wasn't in here the last time we played. These are the modifications you can put on your weapon systems on your ship. So something like heavy mount, enveloping, continuous fire, auto fire, missiles can be fast, and all that stuff is now actually a research item. You just don't get it granted for free, which is nice. Yeah, why not? Why should you not research this if you have to research everything else, right? This guy is new. Empire Unique Spy Center unlocks espionage. That's right, we have espionage now. Otherwise, it still looks about the same. There's a couple of new items in here, like all the upgrades, for example. Look at this guy.
The carbon speakers are intrigued by this vein's possibilities.
Yes, that's actually voiced once you hover over it. So you have your advisors in here, like you should have in any 4X game, right? So you see what your people think, or what the AI behind your race thinks would be the next best step to get if you want to move forward in food production, in science, in diplomatic relations, and all that stuff. It's great. There we go, espionage. So now once you have this spy building, it starts training spies, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and so on, I guess. I've played around a little with this. This guy is currently up here. You can assign him to a new colony. You can hold off, so it's basically like sleep. You can recall him home if he's in any danger, I guess. This looks neat, right? This is Alpha. And he's working on something. There are missions. So if you station those guys in your own systems, you have counter-espionage, which basically gives you a boost to counter-espionage, right? And if you go into other racer systems, you can then start acquiring data, and this unlocks one of these, and then you can say, okay, I, in the end, want to steal your technology, so I go this way, or I want to destabilize your system and make your people revolt, I go that way. And it takes some turns to do so. So, typical espionage, it looks good, definitely looks nice, it has some potential. Ship design, oh boy, this has changed completely. Look at the UI. Isn't this neat? Let's take our cruiser here, which looks like a rock with modules slapped on it. It's like, this is the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg of space. Look at this, everything's changed. Well, the options are still the same. You have two models here. I really hope they would bring in a third and fourth. The seams are the same. Looks like they have changed on the colors a bit, although this might just be this particular race. You know, usually it's all blue and stuff like that. You now have all your items that you can slap onto your ship right in this list, and you can sort this list and say, okay, I want only the drives. So I have an ion drive, and you just drag that over here and just puts it in the free slot. So you do have your core system specials and weapons there, there, and there. So you can go by that. You can do the whole list and just, you know, let the game decide where to put it. It will tell you when you're full. But this looks really neat. I mean, this looks next generation compared to what it was before. Don't really know if it's better though, but it definitely looks good. It saves you one click, you know, you don't have to bring up the menu with all the selection like your production queue, and then you have to click on something and close that window and go back here. You can just drag and drop, which is nice, definitely nice. Diplomacy. Look at that, we have minor civilizations, finally. Those are AI-played systems that are not major factions. They don't expand, they have the systems, that's it. It's like the city-states from Civilization. You can interact with them, you can grant them money and gifts, and sometimes they have quests for you, and that raises your standing. You can ally with them in the end, and that gives you a special bonus. So this is a warrior class, they might drop you off a ship sometime. You have traders, which will award you a credit bonus, researchers, and all that stuff. So it's definitely nice to have. They have some weird quests like settle in our system or destroy a colony that somebody else settled in our system, so you might want to be aware of that. Not that you get into a war before you're ready. But they also just have the standard stuff like give us this technology, just go there and do it. Looks nice, definitely. Everything else pretty much the same. Yep, nothing really changed here from the layout of things. This is pretty much still the same. Yep, nothing changed here. Good, anything else? Look at this. The economic victory is unlocked. You need to have 50% of the total income in the galaxy and purchase the other 50% for at least 10 turns. Yeah, something like that. So we might get into this. We also might get into this. This should now finally be possible. Technological victory. Let's have a quick look. It's right here at the end. You have this one building, which is just this one spike there, you see. Then you get this one, which is a second spike, and in the very end, you get that third spike, and, well, looks like you get Sauron as a benefit. Nice. That's your technological victory right there. Otherwise, this is still the same, and this hasn't changed much as well. You now finally get to see your stats over here, and these stats have changed drastically. You remember when we had a look at our frigate, had like 208 attack power or something like that? All of these ships together, a cruiser, 2 destroyers and a frigate, now have 227. And this guy right here, 130, you know, it had 9,400 something the last time. They've worked on those numbers. We have to relearn all those numbers and see how good everything is. But it's nice to have it further down, because you could get numbers way over the 100,000 later. It just got confusing. I mean, why do 100,000 if 100 is enough, if your base ship has 1,000, so 1 would be enough, you know, something like that. Well, it looks nice, it definitely looks nice. We have 2 new races, the races we've been waiting for, I've been waiting for definitely. I'm currently playing one of them, as you might have noticed. We are the Sillicoids, and we're going to be the Sillicoids in our new playthrough that we are going to start right now. Well, since we can't work on the old one, why not just go back and start a fresh series with all the new features and have a look. There we go, single player, new game.
Hailing from the cloudy planet Altair, the proud Alcar.
You're going to talk, right? Good, then we're going to select these right away. These are new and the Darlock are new. You see they have quite unusual things in the list here. These are definitely new now because they are built on espionage, as you can see right here. It's stealth, mission duration for the espionage, security plus for their own systems, and they don't really need assimilation power, as I can see. Government seems a logical step for them. Yes, definitely. We're gonna go with these. So our homeworld will start out large. Our homeworld biome is Inferno, which is our uber planet. Inferno looks to me like an upgrade from Volcanic, so we can actually colonize those planets that nobody else really wants and make them into something that's equivalent to a Terran biome, but only just for us. That's really neat. Research from population is minus 25%. Okay, so we don't have as much research as the others, but we do have no food consumption whatsoever. Which basically means all those people we would put into food, we can now put into research and make up for that minus 25%. So in the end, that might turn out to be really, really good for us. And we don't get any food from population, which is technically a malus, but if you don't need some, well, then why produce it anyway? You can't really sell it to other systems, right? So there's no need for producing food when you don't need it. So this actually balances itself somewhat when you look at the cost for these different items, for those racial traits. We have a quick look at that. Custom race. This is everything you can do at the moment. Remembering Master of Orion 2, I think the list was about double the length. At least it looked to me that way. I think there's a couple of things missing that we could still put in here, especially in these special traits. I mean, all these percentages are pretty much self-explaining. You have research from your population, your race just gets minus 25, or it gets plus 50, and you have to pay for that in available, well, stat points. So you get 100. If you don't spend anything, you get a score modifier of 100%, so you basically earn twice as much score, words, brain. Thank you. But you can spend these. If you spend them in something like this, you get awarded points, which you then can spend somewhere else. And if you use something like no food consumption, then your points are gone. But then again, no food consumption, you don't really need to produce any, so you get some points back. That's what I meant just now. Right, so we might gonna get into this in Season 3, unless there's a different update, so we have to redo Season 1 and 2 again. Not just now. Not just now. We're gonna go with the default Sillicoid race, which I've been waiting for. I've said that like 500 times already now, and we're gonna play it. So, yeah, we want those. Definitely want those. Those, and the humans are always good to have. Default race, default race, default race, default race, and new race. So this is our setup with all the new and interesting races. We're gonna go with Spiral this time. You will see why in a moment. That actually gives us a little advantage if you play it right. Medium. No. We're gonna go huge. If you do it right. And if you do it right, you do it big, right? Default AI opponents, that looks good. Big Bang Seed, just select a random. Anybody we want to exchange. Like the Psilons, I like to compare myself as a Sillicoid with a malus on research to a race that is supposed to be the uber race for research. So I want to have those in there. And these or these get the food bonus and reproduction bonus. I'm not 100% sure, looking as these are green. And green is food. It's all the reason I need. Let's go.
even more so than any other race in the galaxy, the Sillicoid crag stands alone. Expanding slowly from their home world, Chrysalon, the Sillicoid race seeks little in the way of galactic interaction. Unique in every way imaginable, these reclusive and antisocial beings shun outside contact, seeking only to be left to their own means. In this ever-crowded galaxy, the solitude they seek may well come at the expense of all other life forms.
Now this is quite interesting actually. They are an anti-social race. So why did they not get any malus on those traits like galactic diplomacy? I mean, we've seen in the custom race selection that you could get a bonus to it. That's why I said something is still missing in this whole custom race screen, and I think that might have actually been a good choice, especially for this race. If you want to play them antisocial, then yeah, why not? I think we're actually gonna go down that route because we are still going with Operation Butterfly. That's a tested strategy, and I want to see if that works with these guys, especially since we have no way of boosting population. I mean, if they don't consume food, what other modifiers are there to boost your population growth? That might be quite interesting, right? There's a couple of new options in the menu. I've selected the one that actually mutes the advisor, so we're not going to get interrupted all the time. Let's see, you can actually turn it off now. So, talked to you about this last time and said there's no way to switch it off. Now you can actually do so. What I want to do quickly is take off this one. Disable GNN. I actually did that the last time, so we didn't get to see it, but I wanted to get interrupted that often. I just leave it in there for a moment, and we might have one or two galactic news reels that we have to have a look at. I'm pretty sure I'm going to switch it off afterwards. So here we go, we're at the edge of the galaxy. So what's the difference between a circle and a spiral galaxy? Well, spiral galaxy is supposed to have these arms, long stretched arms. That limits the territory you can expand to in the early game, because pretty much the whole galaxy is sectioned off into different little territories and has those red space lanes between neighboring systems then. And these red space lanes you cannot traverse because they're unstable. You need to have the technology to get through there first, and that's a mid-game technology. So, might make it more interesting, might make it easier for us to implement our Operation Butterfly and just focus on the race a little bit more. So, first difference, no colony ship in queue. Why not? Well, because they just saved you that one turn in the beginning, you already have it. It's nice, why not? So, Auto Explorer, that should get the scouts on their way. Don't know where to go yet. You are going to go here, just to save one turn when we actually want to go somewhere. Yeah, same goes for you. Should be guarded now because it's auto-grouped with the frigate, and the frigate was guarded. It has a military power of 5, that's so cute. So they added these rings now around planets, I think. Haven't seen those before, not that detailed. Might be because I just clicked on the ship? Yes, so it's the destination you can go to. They have the same for spies later on, where your advisor actually explains those rings. Oh, this is different, right? So, we do have population growth in 8 turns. Food is not supposed to do anything about that, since you don't consume it. Any boost here will not really give you a boost in population growth. We can test that with one of the first food-producing buildings and see if that actually gives us something. If we have +1, even a +1 should double the output, so this should go down by half. Easy to test. Otherwise, we're just not going to bother with those buildings and save the money for something else. So, do we want to do something here? Is there anything we can do? Yeah, you know what? We start with the space factory. Why not? We need that anyway. So we don't waste any turns doing something really silly. Should we do that? We could do that. Why not? That gives us a head start, right? And research, of course. So we're not gonna need that. We want to go here again. Just to research all those systems a little bit faster. Or to explore them faster, if you will. Yeah, come on, there's not much to do. Not great. You, over here. I need to pull you back, since you still need 2 turns to get there. So next turn this guy will go here, and I will arrive there, and then we have a free lane. But this will then still need... Well, he will be here, so it's another 2 turns to come back. And again, we already lose a couple of turns. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. But that's exactly why I put that frigate there. We're not going to lose anything, we're going to do this. And just pretend it was all on purpose. Don't forget to go here. And again, something new. One of the things I've been waiting for, and I hope they would do this. We do auto-resolve, watch the ships. Yes, you get real-time updates. How cool is that? You actually see how good you are doing against what type of ship, because our health was going down as well. So if we have a fleet here and a sizable fleet here of any kind of real enemy, we could actually see how good our ships are doing against what ship type. Good, since you're here already, you can go and explore that, so we don't waste any time. And then the base is over here, so you will at least have to go there and watch. Maybe until this guy comes back. Well, I certainly call this a head start. This was really fast. No, not you. The other one. You. Build. Outpost. Thank you. I know. Been there, done that. No t-shirt. No galaxy. Just a safe game we can't use. Any updates? No. Yes, this updates our blueprints. Better weapons, cool. Take that. That fit perfectly, right? Ship done, research done, next building, here we go. Hello, that was way too fast.
The hindmost of the Darlock Cabal greet you. We are sure we'll have much and more to discuss.
Like how you're gonna steal all my technology and... Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if I want to discuss anything with you. That's not the best start to have those guys next to you. I mean, even if we don't have to rush through them, they're just gonna sit there and steal our technology and do stuff and things that we can't really counter with a sizable fleet. Unless we actually conquer them. Alright. That might get interesting. Fairly soon. So, you stay there. Anything good so far? Yeah. Biome is not really that important if you don't need food. You want minerals, pure minerals and size. But we need to start somewhere. And looking at this, if I find a system here, don't know if that's the home system of those guys. I sure hope it's not, because they had 7 turns to move this scout, and from here it's only 2 turns to get there. And they might not yet have settled there, so if that is a good planet, that would be a way to go. If we go over here, this is not the best one. This might be. There's still pirates in this system, so can't really go through there. I guess we're gonna take one of these, and if we don't, because this one is better, then we're just in a better position to go there if we actually move here right now. So, for the moment, you go there. That saves 3 turns in the long run. Good.
Arriving at the
Money. Thank you. Yeah, just, you know, put them somewhere. Don't really mind. It's not really much we can do anyway, because this is done in 3 turns and we still have 8 turns to go. You know what, I'm gonna scale back on this one. And boost our research a little bit. No, not really. So it looks like this section here will have a red star lane, space lane, hyperspace, warp conduit, you know, stuff. And from the looks of it, maybe around here somewhere. So this might be just one self-contained system until you get the technology, which means if these guys are in that system, we need to get them out because we want all the planets. Okay, I'm gonna check that. And decide then. How long do we need to do one colony ship? 30 turns! Well, we could certainly move some people down there. Shorten that to, let's say, 11 turns. Still quite a lot. No, we need to start. At turn 11 we need to have another planet. So, we don't need to do this, which is great. So, gonna get right into this. Moral, Starbase. Should be fine. Not enough money, otherwise we could buy that. Hello. Electromagnetic disturbance. Yeah, that looks like a pirate base that we've just discovered. Our frigate is over there. There's not yet a way of blocking this, and this guy will come over here fairly soon. But if we leave this unguarded, those guys will come over here. We need another ship. Awesome. We could do 5 at once. Well, guess not. Good. For this round, this guy is waste of resources to move. It already takes only 1 turn, but then this doesn't go down, so from next turn on we get a benefit, which is nice. No need to be overly micromanaging, right? Yeah, should have moved that away. It's an unarmed scout, how long do you need for that? Don't need to rub it in my face. Yeah.
Welcome to GNN.
You are tuned to GNN, the only network that tells you what you need to know. Bringing it to you live.
Galactic News Network, the galaxy's most reputable news source.
Well, you guys recognize him? The voice of that C-3PO copy? That was Dwight Schultz, also known as Barclay from The Next Generation. It's quite a nice actor cast here, right? For voice actors. I mean, Wargaming is definitely doing a great job putting all those people behind this project. And it's not people from, let's just say, recent science fiction studios. First of all, they're all from the science fiction genre somewhere. They're from the Next Generation. They're from Fallout 4 even, from Firefly. So it gives you this scientific, fictionific background. Is that a word? Now it is. It's on YouTube. It's a word now. So that's definitely nice. But it's also those, well, seasoned series and not the new ones that nobody really knows if you're going to like those, if they have another, you know, season, if it's going to be cancelled like Firefly was, although it was great. Stuff like that. So it gives it this seasoned sort of retro feeling look to it, which is nice because this is a retro game with new and enhanced graphics and sound and all of that. So it just fits right in there. Right, guys. I leave you with that thought. That's what I do for today. And we are going to continue expanding in the next video. That's it for today, folks. If you like the video, subscribe for more, leave a comment if you feel like it. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. See you soon.